Forgiveness is for you. Holding on to all that resentment, I know it may feel like you're making life more difficult for the other person in some type of way, but it's really just like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's like kind of silly when you think about it. Come on, let's break it down. So holding on to resentment, it really just isn't the move, because all it's going to do is continue to make you keep living your past over and over. The things that happen in your past, you're projecting them onto the future in this moment. So it's like you're just going to continue experiencing this sort of thing. The negative feelings that you're attaching to whatever that you have this resentment towards this person for, you might start seeing it in other areas of your life. Like other people may start doing those exact things, and it's like, wow, what is this? And that's the whole where attention goes, energy flows concept. The more you focus on things, the more they're going to multiply. So if you want your life to shift, you can kind of just start releasing the different things that have pissed you off from the past. Don't let them continue to affect you in the present. It's like resentment is a choice, but so often it just feels like an automatic reaction that we don't even realize that we have the ability to choose another option. Like we don't have to just hate this person and wish ill will towards them and all of these sorts of things. We can get to a frame of mind where we're like, they did what they did, but that's not who they are. Like we tend to put labels on things. Like if somebody lies, we call them a liar. Somebody cheats, call them a cheater. But it's like we all have parts of us. And it's like, yeah, we may not have done the types of things that this person did that you're resentful of. But had you lived the exact same life as them, if you could just put yourself in their shoes all throughout their life, you would move the exact same way or in a very similar way. But we could look at the actions of other people and just act like it's the most heinous, worst thing in the world, not realizing that we would move pretty similarly if we had the same circumstances that they had that made them act the way that they acted. Everybody likes to tell people, oh, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do this, but yet they haven't even been in that circumstance yet. So the forgiveness will allow you to give people more grace. And that grace that you give other people, you can in turn give that to yourself. Because a lot of the times the person that we need to forgive is us. We've done something in the past and now we hold on to some sort of shame from it, or guilt, or just any of the negative emotions that we can hold on to. But forgiving yourself, like not labeling yourself as something, like you may have done something stupid, but you're not stupid. You might have hurt somebody's feelings, but that doesn't just make you an abuser. Like, you see what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself or life to put labels on you just because of an action that you took, and grant that same grace to others. Things tend to go way more smoothly once you just quit with all the labels of things and just be in the present moment. What did somebody do? Okay, they did that, but I'm not about to just erase their whole history and say that forget everything else they do, all they are is this now. They lied, so all they are is a liar. Doesn't matter if they're a parent, a good person in the society, hard worker, like all that just goes out the window. They're a liar, and that's all I know. Like, come on, you see how silly that can just be? We don't got to do that to them or to you. Like when a baby is learning to walk, they're gonna fall down, but you're not gonna just label them as a faller. You gonna be like, oh, look at the baby, he fell or she fell, she's trying. And then you're gonna encourage them to continue because you understand that that baby isn't just a faller. Eventually they're gonna be out here living life, doing the other things that people do, but it's just this little process they're stuck in. They're having trouble with it. Don't label them as that. You see what I'm saying? They aren't that. That's just what's happening in the moment. This is just the action that they're having some sort of difficulty with. And this is usually the case with all of the things that people do that can cause you to resent them. They're just struggling with something internally if they are making you feel bad within. If they're acting in a way that's really just like against the grain and you can't understand their actions, they're probably dealing with something. Probably has nothing to do with you. If it wasn't you, like if you just replaced you with another person and put them in that same predicament, they'll treat that person the same way. So it's not personal for you. It's just something that they're going through in the moment. So holding on to the resentment with all of that in mind just makes it seem even more silly, doesn't it? Like, why am I holding on to something that probably isn't even genuinely about me? It's like people have these internal states, and in the way they feel on the inside, they externalize it. So if somebody comes at you with some BS, there's typically some BS within their system. So don't just label people when they do something negative. They aren't that. They're just a person who did that in the moment. This helps you to release that resentment a bit. And also, while you're thinking these thoughts, consciously breathe. Deep diaphragmatic breaths will help you shift out of that sympathetic state and into a parasympathetic state so that you can see the situation for what it actually is and not be so bogged down by your stress, the rapid heart race, like when you're just thinking about this person that you're resentful of. All of that can just go out the window once you shift your internal state via the breath. Breathe deeply and intentionally. Breathe in for 2 seconds, out for 4, or breathe in for 4, out for 8. You can try that one, or you can try the 5-second inhales and 5-second exhales. Try both of those for 5 minutes. And let me know if it shifts anything for you. If some of those resentments start to dissolve for others or for you. We really can resent ourselves for things too, but we don't have to. But okay, I'm Brad, and this is LGTM Healing, where we get your mind right so you can go and get your money right. I'll see you next time.